All right, hello everybody. I am here for a St. Patrick's Day tournament. We are going to be looking at the expert division, hole number 1 here, and just setting up my bag, probably going for a short iron pitch, so best to find something that is going to give you the best option to make that pitch. Of course, here I might use a Keg Baker. It's probably going to be my ball of choice here. Let's see if I can't grab an opponent here and be on our way. Now, the most important thing about teeing off here is, hitting the fairway, and hopefully with all your bounces is ideal. So you really have to back off a little bit of the top spin at times to do that. If you have even a POC 5, it's probably maybe just a touch too much. You wouldn't have to back off very much, but it could all be about your landing zone as well. You want to do it with some curl to avoid having this happen to you. And of course, the extra power ball is going to make my life a little bit easier than his. As you can see, just kind of the way this is lining up, that I don't have to add any power. But you might want to just kind of get an idea of the landing zone, how it's going to react here. And it's going to be, kind of right here, more or less. So I'm going to go at least, 6-7 rings and do it with some curl. And very aggressive there. But as you can see, taking off the top spin is going to be pretty key if you want to give yourself a good pitch here. You will run through, even if you shoot it into that gap up there, you're going to run through with probably full a POC 4, POC 5, anything like that. I do think that you do probably want to go with something with a little bit of length for that tee shot. It makes it a little bit easier landing it right by that rough. So you saw where my first hop is. That's the way that I recommend playing it. It's going to keep you from, hitting that rough. And if you can get it up where I just did, you can see that we got ourselves a nice little, full distance pitch here for an end bringer. So what I'm going to try to do is kind of land it on the hole more than anything here. So there's 5 rings. I'm probably going to go full adjustment here. So there you're going to see 7 rings, 7 miles per hour. Great ball. Even with the great ball, that's how weird this green can be sometimes. Because I don't even think I was at max distance, and I still went. With that pull, it was 8 rings, and still just too much. This can be a very picky hole. Sometimes it's best to almost leave it at min distance on your short iron, just so the wind doesn't quite affect the ball as much. Because that shot can be a little bit tricky. And here we're going to get our first look at this hole. This will be hole number 4. what I usually do is a little bit of topspin like so. A little bit of, I usually use whichever way the wind is pointed, I just kind of counter it. So you see me putting on 2 left there. That's typically what I do, just to kind of counter the effects of the wind. So here you're going to see me play more of a max distance. Let's go 8 rings here. There you see it shooting up towards the hole, just short, just short. Oh. But as you can see, that little bump rough shot gives you good ball control. That's one of the biggest reasons that I do it. You'll see guys that still bump the fairway here. What I think it's funny is when I hit a shot like that and then they don't copy it. Almost doesn't make sense. So this shot can be a little bit tougher. The fairway bump is just a little bit more unreliable. You have to be very dead on with the way that you do it. And that fairway tends to bounce, a variety of different ways, about 7 different ways. That's one of the biggest reasons that I just stay away from it altogether. So there you have hole number 1. Unfortunately, I was unable to get it. Hopefully you guys can. It really doesn't matter, though. I was going to forfeit out today anyway. I still haven't decided what division I'm going to play in. And I'm not going to let this round affect my decision. So good luck getting that hole. And I'll see you guys on hole number 2.